I'm doing my final research project on alternative medicine. This is by Kayla Brown for Stephanie Wilhelm's English 112 class. So first off, what is alternative medicine? It is defined as any range of medical therapies that aren't regarded as orthodox. So basically anything outside of medicines, like traditional medicines, and medical procedures. And there are many forms of it, some of which I'll talk about during my presentation. So first off, why people turn to alternative medicine. Many times it's because they are not well off enough to afford traditional medical care, because a lot of the times it is very expensive. And, not everyone can afford to go to a chiropractor every week because of their chronic back pain. So sometimes a yoga treatment is a good alternative. Another reason is if you're allergic to a lot of the medications, then sometimes these herbal supplements and the aromatherapies and such will help. So the first form that we're going to talk about is yoga. So yoga is very popular nowadays. It's become a lot more popular than it has been in the past. And it is shown that not everything can help. Not everything that yoga does will help a disease. Like arthritis, because it's in the joints, it's not really going to help. But if you have like a pulled muscle, or you're having like a slip disc issue, that will help because you're pulling the muscles and stretching them out and working them out. Yoga can also help with flexibility, obviously, because you're stretching your muscles, and over a period of time that is gonna stretch you out and make you more flexible. Yoga does help with stress relief as well. It's mainly the meditation section of it that kind of makes it more relaxing. So it shows that arthritis is not, it doesn't help arthritis at all. But in a lot of cases it does help. If, like with the chiropractor issue, many people can't afford to go to a chiropractor all the time. Or they don't have medical insurance and they can't go to a chiropractor. Another form is acupuncture. So this one does scare a lot of people, including me, because I don't do needles at all. So this, you push the little needles into pressure points around your body, and it is supposed to help relieve stress, relieve pains and aches. A lot of people don't actually think this will help anything because it's just sticking a needle in a random part of your body. But it has helped treat nausea and vomiting, which when you're putting needles into these pressure points along your body, that does kind of make sense, at least to me, because I've done a lot of research on it. Yeah. It helps after an intense therapy or intense surgery, and chemotherapy. So a lot of the times chemotherapy will make you more nauseous, so doing something like this will help relieve it. One harmful effect is that you always want to make sure you're going to a licensed person who is very well experienced with doing acupuncture, because if you put the needle in too long, if the needle goes in too deep, it can puncture your lung, and which can result in a collapsed lung, which needs medical attention like immediately. So it kind of negates the effects of going to the acupuncturist. Yeah, so you always want to make sure if you're doing acupuncture that the practitioner is very, very experienced. So alternative cancer treatments. These are really popular among the cancer patients because chemotherapy is very, very debilitating. First off, not everyone wants to lose their hair. So these treatments will prevent them from losing their hair. And not all chemotherapy does make someone lose their hair, but chemotherapy usually does because it's radiation. So there's different kinds of treatments that people use. The restrictive diet has been shown to work. I haven't done a whole lot of research on that yet, but it is a really interesting path to go down. The back massage, like intense back massages after chemotherapy or such, can help decrease back pain and just aches because in general cancer patients do get very achy, and besides massages there's nothing that really can help. And another thing are the supplements. So supplements help because you're treating with herbs and special items that can help things. A lot of times, like superfoods they help your body in certain ways that, say, like Tylenol or ibuprofen wouldn't. A lot of the times why people actually turn to these alternative cancer treatments is because they think that the chemotherapy and radiation and such aren't doing anything, they don't help. So they think that restrictive diets and all the supplements and everything do help more. Whether or not that has been proven to be true is yet to be seen. Another form of therapy is cupping. So it does look a little scary. It can be used as a form of massage therapy, and there are quite a lot of benefits. There are two forms, which is dry cupping and wet cupping. So dry cupping is when they just they create a suction, like a vacuum, inside the cup by putting an alcohol in there and then burning it off and emptying the air, basically, the oxygen, and creating a vacuum on the skin, so the skin is sucked up into the cup. And this promotes blood flow and a whole bunch of other things that is supposedly really helpful. I haven't done too much research on this yet. I'm still working on it, but I do think it is really interesting. It mobilizes blood flow in order to promote healing. So the theory is that the more blood flow there is to an area, the faster it will heal and the better it will heal. So they do that, and the wet cupping is when blood is created. It's controlled and medicinal bleeding. So it kind of follows the same concept that basically leeching does, I guess. Yeah, you put that on the skin and you leave it for 10 minutes, and the skin rises inside the cups and blood vessels expand, which increases the blood flow to the rest of the body, to the area that you want to be healed, I guess. They leave it for 10 minutes, and oftentimes they use silicone cups so they can be moved around and kind of simulate a massage kind of feeling. It would be similar to like the massage therapist's hands kneading on your back. So I do need to do some more research on this, but a lot of the after effects, as seen on the screen, heavy bruising because of the suction created, so you're gonna get the bruising, kind of like hickeys. But yeah. Anyway, that's all I have, so thank you.